Welcome to Update. I'm David Haynes. In the wake of a tornado that struck the Greensboro area last month, Catholic Charities Diocese of Charlotte is working to provide assistance. It was an EF2 tornado with 135-mile-an-hour winds that damaged more than 1,000 homes and businesses, and leaving nearly 200 of them destroyed. Catholic Charities has been able to help more than 300 families affected by the tornado. Emergency assistance consisted of water, snacks, cleaning supplies, toiletries, and gift cards to help people replace food and other items lost. After that initial need was met, Catholic Charities switched to case management to help people with longer-term needs. You can help the tornado recovery efforts by visiting the Catholic Charities Diocese of Charlotte webpage. Visit ccdoc.org to help. St. Joseph Vietnamese Church in Charlotte had a special reason to celebrate the recent feast day of St. Joseph the Worker. May the 14th was the anniversary of the dedication of their parish church. At 10 o'clock on Sunday, May 6th, under a beautiful sky, a procession began in which hundreds of faithful and delegations of parish ministers participated. They paraded from the front parking lot before entering the church. Bishop Peter Jugas, Father Tri Truong, and the newly ordained deacon, Quang Nguyen, marched in front of a group of women in traditional blue dress who were carrying the image of the patron saint of the parish. Addressing the faithful, Bishop Jugas said he remembered very well that beautiful day when they solemnly dedicated the church to God under the patronage of St. Joseph.
It was a wonderful day of celebration for the whole parish. Many of you were probably here for that Mass of dedication. And together again in the Easter season to celebrate our Catholic faith and to honor the great Saint Joseph.
Bishop Jugas has been a frequent visitor to the church over the last 14 years. More than 1,000 people packed the pews of the church and the entrance hall to hear Bishop Jugas and their pastor, Father Tri.
When Bishop Jugas first became bishop, this is the second church he dedicated as a bishop in 2004. Okay? And then in 2007, Bishop Jugas elevated this community into a parish, a canonical parish. So basically what we have here, we are blessed through our beloved bishop. So thank you, Bishop. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The day was filled with emotion, and after the celebration of the Mass, the joy continued with a celebratory meal of traditional Vietnamese dishes. Apparently, growth and building was on the mind of Father Tri, who challenged his parishioners with a smile on his face to build a formal sanctuary for the growing church within the next 3 years. And no doubt Bishop Jugas will be leading that celebration when the time comes. This past weekend, the St. Joseph College Seminary celebrated the graduation of 2 of its students. Aaron Huber of Gastonia and Harry Olhood of Charlotte, he's on the left, both graduated. They both earned bachelor's degrees in philosophy from Belmont Abbey College. The 2 graduates will now move on to Mount St. Mary's Seminary in Cincinnati, Ohio, where they will begin their specific formation for the priesthood. And speaking of our College Seminary, holy smoke is causing some problems at St. Joseph's, which is also developing a relationship with the nearby fire department. On Ascension Thursday, the incense that was being used at Mass triggered a smoke alarm that summoned the fire trucks. This is the second time that incense has triggered the College Seminary's fire alarm. Each time the firefighters arrive, the seminarians break out the desserts. And this time, the fire chief was invited to stay for Mass, and then he had his fire truck blessed by the college's seminary rector, Father Matthew Kauth. That's going to do it for this edition of the Catholic News Herald Update. I'm David Haynes. God bless.